studio with us is Mike Stewart, an artist here in Seoul. And we are talking, of course, about your exhibitions and the interesting behind the scenes of the galleries, how there's a rent, quote unquote. What is your opinion, sir, on the galleries here, the quality of the galleries in Seoul? Because there's so many of them. I find that there's just tons of them.
They are.
Yeah. They are everywhere, yeah.
So I wonder, how do they stay alive? Yeah.
I think gallery owners probably work, they're much like a lot of Korean business owners, some sort of investment, and they own a lot of property here and there just to keep them open because I can't imagine them
Well, maybe that's why they charge
rent.
money for the rental space. They need to make their own rent.
Exactly.
Quite a lot must come from those, but not a lot of sales are going on. The market is a bit dry these days. So
it has been vibrant, though, in the past. I mean, the Korean art scene in the past few years has really, really picked up and gotten more international recognition as well. But in terms of the scene here in Korea, I don't know many people who actually go to the galleries that often,
right,
unless it's something really big, right?
Right, that's one of the problems we always have is people, not just Koreans, but I think everyone is sort of more interested in music and film or TV rather than the still arts.
do you think there's just too many of them to sustain the market, or would you think they'd be better if they had some sort of collaboration and built a couple of really big and really just marketed them really well?
No, I think a small gallery is a necessary thing in a community, and I think a lot of small galleries is really great. I just wish there was a different sort of way to get into them and a way to have them be part of the community. If the society liked going to galleries and was more interested in purchasing art, then there wouldn't be such a problem.
Sure.
I think a lot of people don't purchase art at the exhibitions because they don't actually know the artist. As a famous person, so it's not really an investment for them, so they're a little wary of purchasing something by Joe
art
from
is
the
something
US.
you just like, so you would buy art because you like it. Well, I'm sure the investment is one angle, but if you like the piece and you want it hanging in your house, then why not, right?
Yeah, that's what we wish people would think like.
Well, I guess in Korea there is an idea of like a brand culture thing. Like you want to show it off, like, oh, this is a certain person's suit, or this is some so-and-so's bag, right? So same with artwork, I guess, too. But as long as it moves you and takes out some kind of emotional core from you, then it's great to have a piece of artwork like that in your house.
Right. Everyone listening, please buy something if you think it's nice.
That's
all you need
right,
to know,
absolutely. Well, do you find it more difficult to break into the market here as an expat, or is it just difficult in general? For all artists,
I think it's difficult in general. When I go to the Insadong galleries quite often, and there's a lot of people who have maybe just graduated, but they're able to afford a show through sort of various means, perhaps, and they get the little red stickers on their work, and they kind of think maybe they have some uncles who came there to show their support and things like that, but. Expat shows, the sales are usually quite low. We get a massive attendance because there's a lot of interest in coming to see this event that we always have when we have them. Our openings are always quite a bit longer and quite a bit more exciting.
Populated, I guess.
Populated.
Yeah.
They last longer. We have more of a party atmosphere. But purchases, those little red stickers don't go on the wall as often. It's kind of sad.
That's too bad. That really is too bad. Well, the good thing, though, is that they are well, I guess, promoted, so people do come in and come up to the events.
Right. We're able to get the word out pretty well within the community. It's still a higher percentage of non-Koreans attending, but we're trying to get noticed in the more Korean media. That's the hard part, to send those letters out to the Korean media and try to get them to pay attention to us.
What do you think overall of the Korean art scene and Korean artists as well? I know they're getting a lot more recognition overseas, and in terms of auctions that have been taking place in the past few years, really the noted artists, they're record-breaking prices, etc., etc. So, what was your take on the Korean art scene?
I'm not really familiar with too much of them. I've met some quite large, big-name Korean artists, and I'm not sure what the where it all started from, why it's taken off so well. It's pretty good, though, I guess.
Okay. On that note, it's pretty good, though.
It's part of the Korean wave, perhaps?
Well, you know what? That's the thing, is that they say whenever, someone makes it big overseas, it's another element of the Korean wave. Absolutely. All right, what we're going to do is take another song break here. We have 2 songs for you with so Micah, what do you look forward to in the future for the art scene here in Korea? Hopefully a little bit more, I guess, acceptance of expat artists, or a little more recognition?
Probably a little bit more recognition within the media and within. I hope people in general, have more of an interest in going to see galleries and museums.
Sure. Now, do you hope at one time to get your artwork overseas, or are you primarily focusing here in Korea?
Actually, my resume is quite full of Korea right now.
Yes.
There's quite a list on there that says Seoul running down it. So
Yeah.
I actually am sending work abroad, quite a bit this year. I've got a piece in Taiwan right now that I'm waiting to find out about whether or not they're going to show it. And London is coming up, something in Bulgaria. There's some things in Japan and China this year that I'm going to be sending work
Wonderful.
to. As a printmaker, it's kind of nice. I can send a roll of paper.
Yes, that's right.
It's quite easy, yeah.
Okay, Danny, you have a...
I do have the update. Basically, the Man of the Moon REM was 1992. The movie was 1999. However,
Yes.
REM did write Man of the Moon, referencing a lot of Andy Kaufman's
Yes.
sketches. So there is a connection, but I did error in saying that it came out for the movie specifically.
All right, nice clarification there. Going back to Mike, we're talking again about the art scene here. Now, what would you say to new artists in Korea, expats? Do you have any advice for them breaking into the scene and connecting with the community here? Because it can't be that difficult.
Right. If
You
you're
just
interested,
make one connection, right?
yeah, you just need to make one connection. I would say look up one of these groups that are online, and you can check it out on Facebook.
Are you guys very cutthroat, or is it kind of like, is there more of a collaboration, or is it more just like people, or just like,
Competitive,
oh, I don't want to go to your show because you didn't come to mine, or
No, not at all. It's quite just a bunch of, I wouldn't say like-minded people, because we're all very different characters.
And
but,
very different styles, yes.
Some people are more ambitious than others and whatnot, but it's all about putting on the show, and everyone will sort of do their part, and some people will put more effort in than others, but everybody just wants to get in that show and be able to show the world what they produced. That's what it's really all about.
And significant changes in the past 7 years?
For myself?
Yeah,
my
for
art?
yourself, for art, for the art scene, your access to, I guess, exhibitions, etc.
Right. I guess the biggest thing that's happening in the past year or so is that the classes that I've taught are sort of taking off quite a bit. The art classes are really becoming more popular in the past few months.
And you said that originally those classes that you teach in Myeongdong is it was made for, like, I guess, Koreans that want to also, like, expand their English as well through the arts.
Right. If somebody wanted to maybe study abroad so they can get a little bit of practice talking about art
In
English while painting or drawing or whatnot. But
Now your clientele is switched.
yeah, now we've at the moment we only have one Korean student, and the rest are from I don't know, half a dozen other countries. It's quite an international class.
So to join the class, what do we need to do?
To join the class, you can find. I would say the easiest way to do things is find it on Facebook. Yeah, I know.
Everything is on Facebook.
English
right
Fine
at your
Art
fingertips.
Class Seoul. And that's
English Fine Art Class.
And the
Seoul.
classes are when?
Friday nights, 7 to 10.
Okay.
I'll also be opening up some additional classes in the next couple of months.
So, like, for a
different
person
times.
like me who's, like, only artistic background is drawing stick figures.
No
That's
problem.
like me.
Yes, that's okay. You'll
problem.
show us the ropes.
Yeah, with all English abilities and all artistic abilities are invited to join. It's a very free, sort of relaxed environment.
Perfect. And very quickly, can you just run through the curriculum just in case some of our listeners are interested in art and they just want to know what they can expect?
Okay, right now my class, we're in the middle of acrylic painting for about a month and a half more, maybe 2 months more, and then after that I'm going to be teaching a course in drawing for illustration.
Okay.
And then in my studio I have another class that will be starting up, which will be more of a free drawing, life drawing courses. And at the school in Myeongdong Gallery, there's also a sort of a nude drawing course on Saturdays that a lot of expats
How do you get the new
join.
models?
There's a sort of a modeling company that they use.
Really? Okay.
That's become quite popular on Saturday
I'm
nights.
sure
I
it
wonder
is.
why.
Anybody who went to art school feels like they need to get that,
The new
that
drawing in
hand-eye
there,
coordination kind
yeah.
of practice.
Well, you know what? The best of luck to you. Thank you very much for stopping by, and hopefully we'll get to see you in Taiwan and Japan and all the other countries and see your art up there. And again, we'll help promote, if we can, the expat art scene.
Yeah, TBS has always done a really good job of getting, I know a lot of artist friends who've been on here and done a good job of promoting the arts. Thank you.
Absolutely, yeah. We try to mention as many exhibitions as possible that are coming up in some of the galleries around the country. Once again, this next one is when?
Creatures of Habits opens on the 7th of next month. It runs until the 17th, and that's at J Gallery and Na Gallery.
And that would be around the Insadong area?
It's around Insadong. You can actually get there through Anguk Station. It's right within the station, actually, between exits 4 and 5.
Nice.
Perfect.
All right. Even if the weather is bad,
you could be indoors.
Bad, no problem, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much once again, and best of luck.
All right, thank you very much.